if you go to sea enough, you'll get caught in some rough weather. I mean, even if you pick the pretty times to go, the good times to go, it may get rough before you get back.
My grandfather, he died on the water, and my wife's father, he died on the water too. And there's been several others that I don't know, their names, but there's been quite a few.
The ocean can change in minutes. I mean, it can go from dead calm to 30-knot winds in just a few minutes. I've seen it do it.
Well, you don't think of the danger. I mean, if it happens, it happens. You be as safe as possible, but if you're not willing to take any chances, you're not going to make a living in this business. We do our best shrimping when it's too bad to be there.
I've had carpenter work, mechanic work, and tried to drive trucks. Anything come along, I've done a little bit of it. But always turn around and come back to the ocean like an old sea turtle. You know, when you're out on the sea, you're close to everything. You can really have a lot of time to think about things and how it come about. And I think more or less while you're out there, you have all this time to think, you can get a more clear picture in your mind of really how everything happened, the purpose why it happened.
I remember one experience I probably won't ever forget. I was running a boat up north for some other people, and we were working 24 hours a day. And I was steering that night, so of course put it on automatic pilot. And I just stepped out on the bow of the boat and took that time for my prayer time, and it just seemed like I was just taken right away, It seemed like the presence of the Lord was just right there. When I got into the ministry, I wasn't planning on pastoring a church. I was just, just going to fill in for the pastor and maybe preach at another church on occasion. But you never know. Of course, I don't think the church ever expected me to be pastor either. But it's really worked out good. I've made my mind up 2 or 3 times to quit, and I just don't quit. I'm still in it.
Some things, you do pick up yourself. Like I picked up making nets. We got out in Moorhead to get a net built. And I watched a fella, he cut nets. One man, that was the main nets. He cut nets just as hard as he could cut. We had sent up some together. And I told my buddy one day, I said, I think I can fix that net. And so I come back one day and I whacked around and made me a net. It worked. And so that's how I got into it. We had an old fisherman. That was our teacher. In other words, anything we'd asked him, he had an answer. He was good. We asked him, one time, said, we want to go floundering. And we had small boats to go floundering. We said, which way is the wind going to blow from? And he'd look up and all the way around, and then he'd say, it's coming out of southwest or it's going to blow out of northeast. And he didn't ever miss it. So I said, he's got to have a reason for looking up every night. But we asked him, so let's find out why he looks up. And because we were learning, and we were trying to get everything we could under our shirt. So I said, Mr. Chin, I said, why do you always look up when I asked you? Where's the wind going to come from? He said, well, the Bible says you can't see the wind. I said, yeah. He said, but you look around, and wherever stars is twinkling the most, that's the wind between you and stars. He said, that's the way the wind's going to come from. If you look in southwest, the stars is twinkling real bright, and they're calm all the way around, then he said it's coming out of southwest. And that's how we learned how to, tell about the wind, which way the wind's going to come from at night when we was going flounder. We'd ask him things, and he would tell us. So that's basically where we got most of our information, was that old gentleman.
Hey, not the weight school.